mom would be proud of me. So when it's lights out, smile for me, baby, talking right now. You in good hands, they gon' pipe down. That's your ring, sock, cause you my wife now. He ain't really love you, he just want you change. I'ma change your life, I'ma heal the pain. From start to finish, baby, I'ma be the same. Let me break it down, it's forever and a day. I'm a shining star, I'm a heartthrob. Been through some things that make your heart stop. Feel up in that jet, feel up in my heart. Hoping I don't crash, cause I love too hard. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous.
I know you cause I know that you a rock star. Gotta be low key, I seen a cop car. I know you gon' do it in the right way. So I call my homegirl up and tell her it's a three-way. Every time I sleep, I think about you. Gotta get it up, it ain't enough, it's round two. You know that I'm loca, don't you play with me. I will cannot be forever, now you staying with me. About you, I become obsessive. No trip custom, you cannot possess this. And when we together, we be so adventurous. Got my name up and I'm dangerous.
I'm a shining star, I'm a heartthrob. Been through some things that make your heart stop. Feel up in that jet, feel up in my heart. Hoping I don't crash, cause I love too hard. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous. Lost stars, yeah, they dangerous.
Let's move, let's move, let's move.
Okay, guys, we are now starting. This is the Burnout podcast. Your host, Rebecca Shelby, aka I got my foot on these bitches' necks. I'm keeping that aka. And right now we have Miss Karina M.
What's up, y'all?
IG model and also the muse in this book. She is portrayed as the character Vanessa in Naked Soul by Samir Jones. So make sure you guys are picking this book up and ordering it on Amazon. Yep. The I have like the physical copy. Karina came and dropped this one for me. So honey, you want to get into this book first? You want to get into because we got a lot of things to get into. So let's start with the book. How did this come about? Like, how did you get this offer? Like, how did you guys meet? Tell us a little bit about the offer.
Gotcha. So, I went to Club Love, right, for an event, and it was Uncle Murder's event. So when I went, whatever, like, he seen me, he's like, your look is dope, whatever, let's, like, exchange contact information. And once we did that, I think, like, 2 months later, she hit me up, gave me the whole rundown about the book, and I'm like, oh shit, this is it.
Okay.
And then, you know, it was before all of those pictures and everything. It was before mad stuff that she was like still brainstorming, trying to see like where certain people fit in with their characters or whatever the case is. And I'm like, I got a big role. It's like the main.
Yeah, you do. You got the main role.
Yes. So I'm like, all right. From there, she rented out some big ass Airbnb in Jersey where we shot the trailer. Took mad pictures, and that was where all that shit started.
It's dope. For you guys who are wondering what this book is about, I don't want to tell you too much because, honey, it gets
right.
Oh, like I tell y'all, like, I was up to like 5 o'clock in the morning just reading this shit. Like, I was like, yo,
and
like
every chapter's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, it's just like, it's one of those books like you can't put it down, and it's not that long. It's only 122 pages. Right. So if you passed simple 5th grade fucking reading, like, you can finish this book. But for those of you guys who haven't like read the book, it's basically like about like knowing when to leave a situation. Like, as a woman, like, we all been through those situations. Like, you might be with a dude you really love, but like, he not treating you like shit. So when he not treating you like shit, like, you gotta dip. So have you been in situations like that? Like, do you relate to the character Vanessa?
I definitely relate to her, but not to that extent, because you already know what, right? So, but I'm sure we all have. It'll take us a little bit because we're thinking about how we feel about somebody instead of what's actually good for us and our well-being. So definitely have, but you know, walked out of situations like that because you got to learn what's good for you And yeah,
definitely. One thing I really liked about how like you guys marketed and did the book was just like y'all put a lot of marketing behind it. Like you were posting heavy, like y'all posted a lot of beautiful pictures. You looked so amazing.
Thank you.
With that dress on.
she made it.
She made that
She
dress?
did, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to have Samia
She
Jones
made
on
that.
this show because, like,
She
honey, you was
made
doing
it.
your thing. But you looked so beautiful, and I just felt like it really fit. Like, it just, everything, like, really fit. Like, if you guys have to pick up the book. Like, you guys gotta, read this book. Like, this is, and not for nothing, like, support. Like, it's like we're all in the same community together. The book really isn't that expensive. I was going to pick the book up myself, but Karina blessed me with this. So, it's not that expensive. Everybody has $12 to $17 to spend on a book, and everyone needs to read. Like, I feel like not enough people read nowadays. There's not enough people even making books. Like, I was like, my friend is in a book. Like,
I can read this shit.
Yeah.
That's
but what was it like getting into, because there's also a trailer out for the book. Like, there's a visual as well.
Which was different. Because a lot of people don't make trailers or have like pictures and explicit books like that.
Yeah,
I'm just like, no, this shit is different. I'm glad that I'm a part of this.
Nah, so what was it like just like getting into that? Because you're a model, so you're used to like taking pictures and stuff. What was it like actually putting yourself in that role?
It was nerve-wracking. I'm a shy person, believe it or not. I am. It kind of takes me like a little bit to just make myself feel comfortable in something. And I'm like, yo, this is the first time I'm acting. Like, you shoot too. We could pose, you feel me? Take pictures, do whatever, and that's that. Nah, like, you know?
You gotta, when that camera come on.
What am I supposed to do? In my memory, I can remember this shit in 10 seconds. Like, but it was nerve-wracking, but once you get in there and you like, yo, people looking at you.
Did you do a lot of improv?
Yeah. Yes, definitely. But I'm like, yo, once you start doing it and you put your confidence up and you just have that talk with yourself, like, nah, I got this shit. Like, you don't want to regret after, like, damn, I should have did this different. So let me just do it right now. Like,
yeah, nah, that's amazing. Like, I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
You came a long way. When did I meet you? Like 2 years ago?
We met at a photo shoot.
Yeah, we did.
It wasn't even planned. Chris was shooting you. Then I was there and we just vibed.
Yeah, it was just an instant connection. So I'm gonna get into how we met a little bit for my viewers. So basically, I had did a music video for one of my other friends, Eileen's boyfriend, Raw Rose. Check out his music; it's really dope. I had did a music video for his video, and one of the photographers there was just like, "Yo, you mad cute? I got a studio, whatever, we could probably shoot or whatever," which is Chris. So me and Chris, like, we talked and stuff like that, exchanged information and stuff. He told me that he had the studio not too far from my house. I pulled up one day and this girl Karina was in here posing, doing her thing, just like getting it. And I was just like, who is this girl catching her life in the studio? And she was just so sweet and down to earth. And it's really hard to find a lot of
don't move
exactly
like that,
I'm telling you, I've been modeling for about 3-4 years now, and like when I met you, that was probably like the first time I came into a room with another like model, and I was just like comfortable. Like, I'm like, okay, we all here to work, like, you know, and it wasn't like no funny vibes, like,
some shady shit.
And Karina's always been like that. Like, we've been at other shoots together. I've been around her at other places, and she's always same energy for everyone. You nice to her, she nice to you. Anything other than that, I don't know. Period. But yeah, so that, like, what was your modeling journey like? Like, what got you into that? Because obviously you're beautiful.
Thank you.
So what were some of the things that kind of like boosted you? Like, all right, I'm gonna take this serious. Because you actually, not to cut you off, but unlike these other girls like in New York City that be throwing around the model shit, Karina really takes her shit serious. So you're not gonna hear about this photographer fuck Karina for a photo shoot.
I'm glad you know that.
You're not gonna hear
That's
about
a fact.
this person.
Yeah.
No, because on this show we all about integrity.
Yeah.
So
And you about your business.
exactly.
Yeah.
And Karina is very like business oriented. Anything other than that, she out. So if y'all watching her in this interview and y'all want to
knows.
work with her, period. Like, but what's that journey like? Like, what built that confidence?
I like to take my time on things, right? I wanted to do it like probably my senior year in high school. I'm like, yo, I want to try this, whatever. But my confidence was not there. And I'm just like, I don't want to just put myself into something and not feel good about it because you're going to see that on my face. Like, how I feel, that shit shows. I don't even have to try to show you. So I was just like, yo, I want to do this. Then I took a step back. I'm like, nah, I don't think I want to do this. And then one of my friends, her friend that she grew up with, he was a photographer. He seen me on Atlantic. He's like, yo, we should do a shoot. And I'm like, I never did this shit before. Like, I don't know. He was like, nah, just come. You feel me? Just wear whatever you want. We could go by the bridge or whatever. Let's just shoot. I'm like, okay. So we set that up. I went, and my first shoot was outside in front of mad people. And I was dead. I was like, put the camera down. She looking at me. She looking at me. I was so scared. I'm like, I don't want nobody looking at me. I don't know what I'm doing. I was dead. I was mad scared. But once I, like, just worked past all of that, and I'm just like, this girl's looking at me like, yo, what the fuck is she scared for? You feel me? Like, come on.
Yeah, because
like, what am I scared for?
Exactly. It's
nothing.
Thousands of girls that wish they could look like you, be in your position. But I'm glad you got over that.
Me too.
So going into like professionalism, I know like in this modeling industry, a lot of things get like really dangerous. All of us been tried like by a photographer before. Yeah. So like, what are your like experiences with that? Like, when do you know like something is not right?
Sometimes you gotta do your little research before.
That's a big one.
A lot of the times you can never be too sure about somebody, and that's the shit that like makes it so hard on freelance models.
Yep.
To try to get out there, because it's like we don't know what to do and what not to do until we experience it, and we like, all right, we're not gonna try that for next time. There was one time I shot with this photographer. Well, he's blocked on everything now. Like, I shot with this photographer. He's like, oh, I have girls up here. We're shooting. It was in a hotel, whatever. And usually I travel by myself, which is not the safest or smartest thing to do. But when I need to get shit done, I'm going. You feel me?
I can't wait on nobody.
Right. So I went, whatever. And the first red flag was he called his friend on FaceTime, right? We never met each other ever. And he's like, look at my wife. And he turns the camera. And I'm like, yo, who? Like, yeah. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna let that rock. Let's just chop, you feel me? Get this shit over and done with. We go up, and some time goes in, and he's like, you look kind of nervous. Like, let me massage your shoulders. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, right.
Because now, you know, like, the sweet professional side of me, not the hood side where I spit on you. Right. You feel me? I'm like, I'm good. You feel me? Don't touch me. He's like, nah, you just look a little nervous. I'm like, I said I'm good. So I'm like, yo, I want to leave so bad. I was just acting like my boyfriend. I didn't even have a boyfriend at the time. I'm like, my boyfriend's about to come pick me up, so you need to chop. Like, and then he did try to, like, kiss me and shit. And I'm like, yo, I'm about to violate this nigga right now. Like, I want to violate so bad. I did start to tell him about himself fruitcake. He like, yeah, nah, let's like just take a few more pictures, da-da-da. I'm like, calm down, you feel me? Because I'm gonna leave right now. Right. My mistake was not leaving right then and there, you feel me? But I'm like, you know what?
But he shouldn't have been unprofessional in the first place, period.
So then the last red flag was, I was on the bed posing, and he's like kneeling down, right? And after he's shooting, he gets up, and while his dick is hard, I see that.
Oh my God.
I got so pissed. I was like, you know what? Instead of me blacking right now, because we don't know how our reaction might make somebody else react. So you gotta be as calm as possible so you could think properly.
That's major.
So I'm like, oh, my boyfriend's downstairs. You feel me? I'm about to pack my shit and I gotta go, whatever. And he's just like explaining some weird shit. Like, he's 30-something. Has kids and shit like that. And I'm just thinking, like, bro, what if a nigga like you was doing that shit to your daughter? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's mad weak. I'm like, yo, I'm out. And after that, like, I deadass blocked him from everything.
I'm
like,
so glad nothing happened to you. Like, these niggas be wilding out here, but like...
And thank goodness I learned a lot from that experience, because that was deadass the first and last time that shit happened.
Yep.
Honestly. I'm not... You feel me? But...
Yeah, definitely. No, it's so scary because you never know who's who. And a lot of times, like, I know for me, like, starting out, I would see, like, all right, if this girl shot with him or whatever, she seemed professional or
Yes.
whatever, maybe he's safe. No, like, you don't know what people are going through, what people went through
Yeah.
to get the pictures that they're
I started
posting.
to reach out to girls that, you feel me? I go to their page, I see girls that they tagged. I'm like, let me ask her how her experience was. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm gonna do at least 2 or 3 girls and see if I'm good type shit. If not, it's clip.
Yeah, definitely, because you have to be very, like, precautionary. Like, this is your life. Like, people die, get raped, sold
Sex
into the sex
trafficking,
trafficking.
what?
Bitch, we said that shit at the same time.
'Cause that shit is so scary.
Yes, and I remember when I first started modeling, this dude wanted to take me to Atlanta. And I was like 16 years old. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm never gonna get a break like this. Like,
Right.
I wanna go to Atlanta, this, that, and the third, or whatever. So thank God, like, God was on my side. Basically, some girl I was following that was a model at the time, she had posted this post outing him. And at the time, she was, like, supposedly managed by him. And she basically, like, how he be taking girls out of town and leaving them there and stuff like that. It was these girls there stranded, like, not even in Atlanta, in a whole nother different state.
What?
And she basically outed him. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's
and that
crazy.
shit really just, I'm like, I gotta be safer.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta be like, but I'm so glad.
It's like the
nothing
shit
happened to
us
you.
women go through alone. Now
Period.
trying to just get up there, get out there, take pictures. A lot of guys that as just are photographers because they want to be around women and do dumb shit.
Yup, there's a lot of
It's
those.
not, y'all not about y'all business. You feel me? Y'all out for just to be creeps. Like,
Yeah.
and that's
It's
that
a lot
shit
of
is
those. You meet a
whack.
lot of those.
That's
Yeah.
whack.
And I feel like the biggest thing, like, in New York, because New York has such a big model population, like, all the models are either in LA or New York. So it's so many opportunities for someone to come and scam you and act like a photographer and not even necessarily touch you or harm you, because those are real things, but even, like, take your money. Like,
Simple
there are a
shit
lot
like
of
that,
people
yeah.
like, oh, I'll put you on the runway, I'll do this, I'll do that.
And
Just
girls
give me
who
this.
started off like we once were, that shit sounds exciting. You feel me? So we're like,
Exactly.
oh, this is lit. Like, I'm just starting. I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be doing that. But you got to think about everything that could possibly come with it, or even if it's legit or not. Like,
Yeah.
if photographers don't want you, like, coming with people, I feel like it's weird and that's the problem. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
like, girls have to pay attention to stuff like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
Honestly.
So what are some of the things after your experience? Like, you did say that you reached out to other girls and things, but what are some of the other things, like, since that has happened? Like, has there been photographers like you were gonna shoot with and you were like, maybe not?
Honestly, no.
Mm.
I don't like to feel like everybody is out to get you.
Yeah, of
because then
course.
you're not gonna get anything done. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but you obviously still have to be careful. I kind of have a group of photographers that I work
Yeah,
with
me too.
in rotation because listen.
So
Yeah.
on a more, like, happier, like, lighter tip, what are some of, like, the positives that you get from modeling?
I like the relationships that I build with people. Honestly, networking is very important in almost anything that you want to do, because you don't know who knows who. You don't know who has done what, and it's like you could really get up there just by talking to
Exactly.
people. Like, I'm gonna say, above all, I definitely like the relationships that I build with people, because you don't meet good people every single day. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
like,
fact.
You
That's
really don't. You don't
definitely a
meet
fact.
real, genuine people
And
every day.
I notice in this industry, like, it's opened me up more to, like, have, like, different kind of friends
Yeah.
and socialize with different kind of people and see past, like, a lot of, like, politics and stuff like that. That's really good, though.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, so I want to get more into, like, you and some of the things that you have done as a model. I see you're, like, one of the main models. I don't know if you're the only model, but, like, one of the main models on Fashion Me Forward,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
an online little thing, and I love it. Like, all the pieces are cute. You be looking cute up there. They
Thank
be having
you.
snatch. So what was that like, working with, like, a brand?
Let me see. I feel like that's, if not the second brand, the third brand that I work with. And I met her off of networking. I went to her pop-up shop and she was like, I'm looking for more models for this, that, and the third. And I'm like, okay, dope. we set that up, and it's just dope. And just to see yourself on a website, you're like, oh shit, like, all right.
I follow them every time I see your little pictures. I be like, yes, get it, girl. You just give me so much life on the gram. Speaking of the gram, you're at like what, 12K followers now?
12.5, and I was like, but I'm gonna start blocking people, honestly. Like, followers don't mean shit when people just there to like watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's showing you.
You gotta
love.
filter out the negativity.
Yes, it's like people,
because that's where you get
there.
your real fans.
Exactly. People could have like 30K followers, but their likes and their comments not matching. Either they buying followers or people just fake as hell and they're watching you. Like,
yeah.
That don't mean nothing, honestly.
But I remember when I met you, I think you were like at what, like 7,000, 8,000. Your following has grown a lot. So what was a lot of that? Like, how did you grow your following? It's an organic one too. Like, it's not just like bullshit followers.
Right. I started realizing my followers going up like OD. I peeped that in January, February, and I was like, that's when I hit 10K. I'm like, oh wow, like, what's happening? That's after I did a collab with Sexy Lexi. She used to be on Love and Hip Hop. So I did a collab photo shoot with her, and then her posting me. It's like, who is this girl, you know? And stuff like that. And just getting into projects, like people seeing your face places. And it's like,
what is that process like with you? Like, how do you decide what projects you want to be a part of? How do you get involved with them?
I'm open-minded to a lot of things. I actually have like a thought process behind certain things that I do, that I choose to do. And I'm just like, what is this going to do for me after? Do I feel comfortable while I'm doing this? You know, stuff like that. Like, I don't do a lot of music videos. And I make sure they tell me what the song is about, what your concept is.
Too, girl.
Email me the song, because I'm not going to be sitting there shaking my ass in the camera.
And you're talking about sucking dick and fucking hoes. That's my biggest thing. Because people think, because I started out doing music videos. And I like, my biggest thing, because it's money in videos. But my biggest thing was like, bro, I'm not going to be a video hoe.
How am I going to look?
Yeah, like, I'm not going to be a video hoe. No. And like, you notice, like, they do pick specific girls for those things. Like, you notice, they know who they can grab for those kind of videos.
And you can't fucking grab me, so get off my page.
Period.
I'm just like, no. Yeah, it's mostly like music videos. I'm more iffy about. I need the whole rundown, honestly.
I like music videos because, like, by nature, I'm an actress first. Right. So it's just one of them things like, for me. It's like, yeah, I'm going to hear it look cute and stuff. But I'm big on that, too. Like, I don't do trap music videos.
I don't do shit that's degrading. It's like, you really picking me right now to talk about bitches ain't shit?
Yeah, like, do I look like I'm not shit to you? Like, you know, like, exactly.
Right.
Like, do it look like I'm not shit to you? No. And, like, if the song is bitches ain't shit, like, at least let it be a nice bitches ain't shit. Like, this girl broke my heart. Feel me? Like, you know? Right. Because I've been in a video where a dude was talking about how his ex did him dirty. Okay. But I was the only girl in the video, and it was about that specific.
And that's not bad.
Yeah, and I wasn't shaking my ass or nothing. Right. But, yeah, you gotta be very selective. I'm getting to that point now, because I'm not gonna lie, when I first started out, I just wanted to do everything.
Right? See?
I
get excited. It's like, oh shit, I'm a part of this, I'm a part of this.
So it's good you have that head on your shoulder. Also, it's good that you waited till you were like in your senior year of high school. Like, a lot of these girls, like, they're blowing up, they're becoming Instagram models before they even reach high school. Yeah. Like, and that's scary. That's scary, because it's just like, if you're accumulating all this money, all these followers, all this notoriety at a young age,
you don't know what to do.
So how does, like, what keeps you humble? Because you are a really humble person. Like,
it's really just me, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like it is. Like, you really are just that person.
Like, I don't have to try to be that, but what helps a lot is there's always better out there, and you could always learn from somebody or from something, and that's what keeps me just the way that I am. It's just
what was your upbringing like?
It was very family oriented. Like, my parents were together for a long time. Even now, like that they're divorced and stuff, they still have an amazing relationship.
That's good.
Like amazing.
That's really
and
good.
I feel like a lot of people don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
it feels good to know, like,
yeah.
I could talk to my dad about personal stuff, even if he's not prepared for it sometimes, because it's like, I got 3 daughters, you feel me? Like, I'm 22. You don't want to hear half the shit that I got to tell you, because, come on, we're your daughters, you feel me? But he just accepts it, just like, these are my kids. My mom's extremely supportive. They always been like that. Anything that we just wanted to do was like, go ahead.
I can really tell that you come from like a really good upbringing, just by like how down to earth you are. Usually the people that's the loudest and wilding the most, like, sad to say, like, they come from broken homes. Like, they come from like non-stability at home, because that starts first.
Yeah.
So just like the fact that like you're just so like down to earth and you could just like take things at a good pace and still work is amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. So what, like, so since if like it was your upbringing was like really family oriented, does that, like, do you miss your family and stuff when you work a lot? Or do you still see them?
Yeah, most definitely. They play a big part in, you know, a lot of things that I do. Like, my mom's extremely supportive. Like, she was hype about the whole book thing, and she was like, she got her copy like mad quick. She was the first one to read it, and I'm just like, I like this. So even if I'm not away with that, like, I'm away, I'm not with them, like spending time often, I still have their support. They just a phone call away, you know, like.
Now you're also a promoter. You be promoting this stuff for parties and stuff. So what is that like? Because you be out every weekend.
Barely. I don't like to go out too often. I'm really a homebody. I love chilling in a crib. If I could flop on as many parties as I can, I will. I will deadass just take all the naps I want.
Get that bag
and lay the fuck down. I was like doing some hostings. I still have people hitting me up to like book me for hostings and stuff. It's cool, but like, I don't know how people do it every single day. Every weekend, I can't. I don't have the energy for it.
You have to have that balance in your life. Yeah, that's really good.
So I'd rather, like, you know, do stuff for my own. I got my, you know, business and everything. Is like, I want to do stuff for me, not, you know.
Speaking of business, so you have a lip gloss collection coming out. Tell us a little more about that.
I really thought of the idea not too long ago, and that's the crazy part. Not too long ago, I'm not gonna say the name yet, anything, because I still got stuff in the works. But I hand make all my products. They're vegan and organic products. Okay. So, yeah, I have mad, like, colors and scents and everything. So far, I got like body shimmers and lip scrubs and lip oils, things like that. That's really coming together. I'm trying to drop it like probably next month or something. Do like a little event, like a pop-up.
Yeah, I definitely come. S.STREET Media will be there if you need anyone to do your events and stuff like that. Come cover them. We definitely got you.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in doing that. But it's coming together. Definitely coming together.
What made you want to get into lip gloss?
I'm obsessed with lip gloss. Yo, OD, like, I don't do like the whole beat look. I like seeing girls get their makeup done, but me personally, I like
you
the
always
light
keep it
little,
natural,
right? Like nice and simple. I love lip glosses. Nothing too crazy, but because I'm so obsessed with it, I could share with other, you know, girls or whatever. Like, I like this, I like this, I like that. Like, try it. You feel me? Just so yeah.
That's definitely dope. So we got you up here. You are entrepreneur, model, host, all of these things. So let's get a little bit into her business. All right. So we're not gonna get into your business just yet. Cause y'all know, look at me, I'm fiending.
I got time to, you feel me, think about what you about to ask.
People in the chat, y'all know I'm fiending, but we will be right back. We will be right back soon after this break. Y'all know I always take forever with the music. I know these people like this unprofessional ass podcast. This girl never got her music queued up right. We need her co-host AJ back because he was on it with the music. This girl don't know what she's doing, but it's okay because we got gas pedal by Little Remy Universe coming up right now.
Coming from the next lane.
Sexy snake saucing on ya.
Step on the gas, yeah. Got a blast, yeah. I don't really want nobody from my past, yeah. sorry I've been mixing. Transforming on your bitch like a fuck boy. Know she enjoy, she want the real joy. In the morning with the bands, I got ill coin. I made a real choice, I need a Rolls Royce. Step on the gas, got a blast. I don't really want nobody from my past. Step on the gas, got a blast. Oh, I'm dashing in the foreign to the cash. I'm feeling artsy, let me get the paint down. What you got to say now? Parties on my face now. I'm feeling artsy, let me get the paint down. What you got to say now? Parties on my face now. You know it's litty, I got tricks, I make the six cents. Inside the straight to the ground like a kickstand. And the rolling, you got stamps like a wristband. Tell my jeweler dropping dimes like it's quicksand. That's on my hands so freeze, yeah they hold these. And my swag so cold, yeah you know me. So them diamonds that's tripping, now they snow me. Devil with an AP, but my diamonds holy. Step on the gas, got a blast, I don't really want nobody from my past, Step on the gas, got a blast, Oh, I'm dashing in the foreign to the cash, I'm feeling artsy, let me get the paint down. What you got to say now? Parties on my face now. I'm feeling artsy, let me get the paint down. What you got to say now? Parties on my face now. Show my scars, I rock your world like I rock guitars. Like ooh, said I broke your heart. I can't take all the blame cause you played a part. I got the check, so where you going? I do they want, like Byron Owens. My drip is crazy, wrist overflowing. Coding dreaming for my emotions.
Used to be the prettiest, now you just got a face. Look that I love you and you ain't feel the same way. Girl, you ain't wrong, we just ain't on the same page. I've been holding on, but I don't think I wanna stay. I think I'm over you. 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 I think I'm over you.
Now I got a galaxy. You telling lies, wow, what a fantasy. You got a man, you in a jam, he ain't killing no one. What's the plan? We got a scam, where we coming from? Like, ooh, with a big body. Oh, you happy now? You ain't fine without me. Like, ooh, grab a stick probably. Pretty boy can, and you know you Barbie.
Girl, you was something special, I loved you the day I met you. Wanted hella time, we just started clearing my schedule. Tryna see you more, take you out, but it never mattered. Now that money and that rollie, only thing used to I'm be the after. prettiest, now you just got a face. Think that I love you and you ain't feel the same way. Girl, you ain't wrong, we just ain't on the same page. I've been holding on, but I don't think I wanna stay. I think I'm over you. 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 I'm over you.
Not all the time. Hey everybody, we are now on air. We are back. We have time to get into Karina business. I didn't even get a chance to ask you what not to ask, which means I'm gonna ask everything. Like, so let's get into your little personal life. So, first things first, you got a boyfriend?
Yep.
Oh, you got a little boo. Mm-hmm. Got a little. How long y'all been together?
A few months.
A few months. Mm-hmm. How does he feel about like your modeling career?
He's supportive. Mm-hmm. I just feel like maybe sometimes if you're not used to this, you know, this is the first person that you're with that is doing something like this, it's a little hard to adjust to. You feel me? It's like, I don't want you doing this. I don't want you doing that. But it's like, sorry.
I got to. Right. I got to get this bag, baby.
Right.
Have you been in other relationships where it was like conflicting like with your like modeling career? You was just like, nah, bro, you gotta go.
I'm gonna say no, because I feel like for the most part, like the way I am as a person, you kind of have no choice but to just like be
respect
supportive, because it's like, as you know, I'm not one that's just out there doing this, doing that. It's like, you know that your girl has respect for herself. You feel me? She's not just gonna be doing anything, so you trust that, and it's just like, she got this. So honestly, thank God, because
that's good.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah, you got some good luck, girl. You gonna need to rub some of that off on me. Cause honey, these niggas be want to take my fucking head off. Like,
it's insecurity.
No lie, cause I'm single.
Okay.
No lie. This dude or whatever, I met him at my lounge. He was cute or whatever. Gave him my number. I know this show probably like, yo, this girl's a hoe. Because every time she come on here, she talking about a new guy. But I promise y'all, like, I'm not a hoe. Like, I really don't entertain these dudes past the episodes y'all watch. like, I promise y'all, like, it be like, okay, like, whatever, you corny. But yeah, so I gave him my number or whatever. And he asked for my Instagram. So I'm like, oh my God. So I gave him my gram. He like, oh, you model and stuff like that. And like off the rip, he just was like, oh, well, if you my girl, you not gonna be taking no pictures like da da da.
But I am.
First of all, who said I wanted to be your girl? Like, let's start there. Like, we're like, let's back it all the way up.
But that's how you know somebody insecure, honestly.
Yeah. So how do you feel about insecure dudes? Because I'm pretty sure you dealt with an insecure guy before.
It's disgusting. That shit is a turn off. Honestly, it's like if you're insecure and you don't let that interfere with the relationship, cool. Now if you're insecure and you're trying to tell me what I can and cannot do, that's a problem, because I'm not your kid. You feel me? Like, if you cannot deal with it, you could go. It's that simple. I feel like a lot of girls hold themselves back trying to make their nigga happy.
Preach on it.
No, like, we're not stopping our bag. We're not stopping where we're supposed to be going. I'm sorry, for a relationship, we're not doing that.
So how did you know, like, all right, I want to get in a relationship?
I never really do. You know? It's like, if the vibe is there and shit is just, you know, happening, it's like, I love this company and I just want it every day. Like, basically.
All right, I fuck with that. Because that's me. Like, I just feel like, all right, like, you live here now.
Plan it. I live here now. Let me bring my bag.
Right. Like,
that's a fact.
Sis. So, all right, kind of getting off of boys and stuff like that, because I always have dudes on this podcast. Like, it's always guys, rappers. So, the bitches on YouTube is talking about pretty privilege. Do you know what pretty privilege is?
No.
Okay, so basically, the girls on YouTube, let me not say the bitches, because they be coming for me. Like, y'all don't understand, like, y'all might not see it, but online I'm very interactive. Like, I be like on Twitter, I be trolling and shit like that or whatever, because it brings traction to my page. But people be coming for me because they be like, yeah, bitch, and you think you cute with that podcast? I saw what you were saying. I'm like, what? So the girls are talking about pretty privilege. Pretty privilege is basically like, you get things because you're pretty. Like, you get stuff or certain privileges because you're pretty. And people have been talking about, is that right or wrong? So what do you think?
Overall, I feel like it's right. As women, period. No matter what you look like, I'm not going to say ugly, because everybody's, you know, beautiful in their own way.
Right.
You feel me? No,
somebody
shade.
for everybody.
But as women, it's like, because we're women, we get a lot of shit. Now, if you're pretty to a lot of people, feel me? I'm gonna pick my words. If you're pretty to a lot of people, yes, it's easy for you to get whatever you want, honestly. That's real. It's real, because people in this world are shallow, and they look at looks before they look at anything else, honestly.
Well, personally, y'all, my opinion on pretty privilege is y'all are looking for stuff now. Like y'all are looking for stuff to have an issue. Like, people don't control. Like, for real. Like, I never, like, cause no funny shit. Somebody was like, could you talk about pretty privilege? Cause I had wrote some shit. I was like, which I talk about on my show. They said you should talk about pretty privilege or whatever, cause you talk about that all the time. I'm like, what? I don't talk about that shit. But I'm like, all right, I'll talk about it. I looked into it or whatever. I'm like, y'all just looking for shit to grab onto. Like, you shouldn't. I feel like as far as jobs and professional situations, you shouldn't hire someone just because they're cute over someone that you might not be attracted to.
People do that.
Yeah,
that
people
shit
do
is
it.
whack.
Yeah, but that, like, that's corny. But I feel like as far as, like, in the industry, like, it's kind of a given. Like, you can't really be like, oh, you can't do that to someone because it's like, this world is ran on vanity, especially for like modeling industries. I'll never forget Versace. He basically said like the reason why people, like, why models sell clothing and sell products is because no one can look like them. Like, people aspire to look like them, so they think if they have those things, then you like, you know, they can't, you know, like, they think if they get the things that the models have, they'll look like them. So it was one of the things, like, I kind of thought, like, it's interesting. And, like, it's one of those things, like, the world is ran on that. So until y'all stop being so vain, that's gonna keep happening. Like, I don't think that's anything anyone who's pretty can fix. Like, I don't think that's something anyone that a lot of people are attracted to can fix. So the girls is talking about that. So I just wanted to touch on it for a little while since I finally got a girl up here. Like, it's been a minute since I had a little girl talk, because I've been just up here talking to rappers and just like, I love it. Like, the hip hop community fuck with me, but it's just one of them things where I'm just like, I want to talk about guys, these hating ass bitches, what the fuck is going on, everything. So what are some topics, like, and because you are like, you're a girl's girl just like me, like, you love girls just like me.
That's a fact.
And like, what are some of the things, like, you feel about, like, what's going on with, like, women? What are some things that are important to you?
Positive and negative.
It doesn't matter, girl. Okay. It's time for us to spill the tea.
Let's see. Well, like we were saying before, you know, like the way me and you met, I feel like it's important just for women in general to just put this wall down where it's like, everything has to be competition. Not everything has to be competition.
That's a fact. So how you feel about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj? I know that shit is old, but how did you feel about that whole situation?
You feel me? So I'm not up there with them. You feel me? I'm not around a group of friends. But whatever it is that I heard, if it is true, I don't like the way, you know, Nicki went about kind of not being out there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cardi is up there. Like, it's okay to be, you know, to have somebody else up there. I feel like women automatically just get insecure off rip, and they just, like, feel intimidated off rip. It's just like, I gotta be the one and only. It's like, other girls cannot be up here with me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't
either. Like, for one, like, one thing I always say is, like, for me, when I was a young girl, like, all the older bitches used to hate on me. So I'm like, yo, when I get older, like, I'm taking all my young girls up. Because at the end of the day,
look like that.
Exactly. Like, at the end of the day, like, say what you want. Like, it's a time for everyone. Like, you could be on top one day and the next day you're not, and the next hot thing gonna come walking down the block. So instead of you being, you know, whatever, like, put her on game so she don't gotta go through the shit you went through. Like, so she don't gotta be like, you know. And that's not to say, like, whatever situation you're in is bad, but, like, if you can help someone, do it. But that's a big fact. That's a big fact. Like, one thing I feel like with us women, like, society has just taught us to be so, like, competitive with each other, and not even like in a good way. Like with dudes, like competition is good. Like guys, like when they're at their games and stuff like that, after they play, shake hands. We don't do that with girls. Fighting, like, exactly, we don't do that with girls. After y'all have whatever, that's it. Like that bitch is your competition. Y'all always gonna have problems, and we have to stop doing that because like we could do magic together.
It's so normalized, and it's like.
And I love that you've worked with so many women. Like the author of this book is a woman. Like Fashion Me Forward is a woman. Like
anybody who I do collab shoots with.
Is a
females,
girl,
and I reach out. Like,
and Karina always want to shoot with other girls. Like always, I remember when I first met her, she was like, "We should take pictures together."
Right?
I'm like, okay.
She's like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck it," because I wasn't used to that. Like you know, I wasn't like used to people embracing me, because like me, when I come in, like bitches just got the straight face until like I show my personality, I say something, but it's like okay, you shouldn't have to do that.
Exactly.
You know, like we should all be like, all right, we all in this space, and like we all women.
I like to set a tone in a room where I would like that set when I walk in. It's like I don't like to feel uncomfortable. For what?
Right.
For what? Because we could all be cool at the end of the day. Probably business partners one day.
Exactly.
You never know.
Exactly. And you never know where people are going to go. Yeah. Like you see somebody someday and they could be like whatever the fuck. And the next day they up here. Especially in New York. Because in New York, it's all about who you meet and who you connect with.
Like said.
Exactly. Exactly. But that's major. That's a major key. So another thing I had wanted to ask you. For me, have you had like any like beefs or whatever with any like other girls that model? Like, have you ever had any? No, that's good.
No,
that's good. So we
I feel like if you beef for me, you just a hating ass bitch.
Period.
Like
period. That's
for what?
Good.
I'm all about like women empowerment. Like I like girls. I've dated girls. You feel me? It's like beef with me for what?
Right.
For what?
Right.
For no fucking reason.
That is so good. That's so good. See, we got all this positive energy going on this show. We got all of this good feminine energy. So I guess, all right. I want to talk about Harriet Math. I'm ready for her.
Talk to me about that. Go ahead.
Karina, I'm ready for Harriet. Because, listen, I got my notes, y'all. It's time for me to do my news report. Quinn got his camera rolling because he know I'm about to get up in that ass. Period. They don't call me AKA I got my foot on these bitches' necks for no reason. But all right, so boom. Did you see the Harriet Tubman movie trailer?
No.
Nothing. Boom. I was beefing about that last week.
I seen it on your thing. I'm like, what is she talking about?
So I was upset because the movie was getting no promotion. Come to find out, it's a reason. Like, it's a reason why the movie's not getting no promotion. So I'm about to pull out my handy dandy notes. And I'm about to tell you guys my issues, my problems with this Harriet Tubman movie. So let me give y'all the backstory. So yesterday, I was on Twitter, minding my business. Just like, you know, scrolling. And I seen a link that said hashtag ADOS, which means I think African descendants of slaves. That's what it means, ADOS. So it said hashtag ADOS, don't support the Harriet Tubman movement. So I'm like, why they telling black people not to support a black movie? So I'm like, let me go look. So I click on the link. It's a video. And I usually don't like watching like long ass videos about people rants and opinions. Because a lot of the time, I'm not going to hold y'all. And I know I talk about my opinion on this platform. But a lot of people that spread their opinion and shit is bullshit. Like a lot of these people on YouTube that have podcasts and stuff are ranting and raving about nothing. They're mad and bitter about something that happened in their life. And they taking it and applying it to the real world. And y'all are eating it up. I'm not doing that because I'm not mad and bitter about nothing. I live my life how I want to live my life. But so I watched the video, and basically this dude had brought some receipts on the tea about the casting, the people producing this movie, what the movie is basically about. So being that I'm actually going to shout out the channel. It's called My Views. Shout out to you for your Harriet Tubman breakdown. It's actually one of the only ones on YouTube right now. So when mine's go up, good luck. But anyway, yeah, that was a really good video though. No shade. But yeah, so basically First and foremost, the movie is being made by white people, which isn't a shocker because every movie that comes out about black people, there's a white man behind it. But it's being produced by Comcast, which has been racist, which has supported racist organizations in the past, who has blocked a lot of black writers and directors from putting their movies out. And Comcast controls everything. So if Comcast is blocking you, that means like all of the channels, MTV, VH1, all of the media channels is being blocked. So if they're blocking black directors from doing shit, that means we're not getting black things put on there or things that are in the best interest of the community. So that was like one of the big red flags. Now, the actual fucking movie depicts the fucking slave master as sympathetic toward Harriet Tubman, who had to save her from a black man, some bounty killer, who didn't even exist in no historical documents. Like, did this black dude never existed? There was never a bounty hunter coming to kill Harriet Tubman. Like, it's just like, you know, like the fact that y'all would use a film about a black woman to demonize black men is just like, what type of programming y'all doing? Like, what type of programming are y'all really trying to do? Like, y'all really trying to turn us against each other?
Like, we really gonna believe something like that?
Yeah. So no, but it's a lot of people that will, because they think the movie is about Harriet Tubman. Right. So a lot of people who don't do their due diligence or their research about it are gonna think that, and that's gonna create problems. So, yeah, that was one. Now, to the biggest thing, the true tea, the bitch playing Harriet Tubman don't like black people. And she's black. Well, no, let me rephrase that. She don't like African Americans.
Okay.
And you're playing an African American. But Cynthia Erivo is a EGOT winner from Britain. She's from Nigerian descent, and she is an African elitist. If you don't know what an African elitist is, it's basically African people who disassociate themselves from other black people who are not from Africa. Now, if y'all been watching this podcast, y'all know y'all girl Ethiopian and Egyptian. So I got a little insight on that for you guys. I got a little truth tea coming from my actual background and my actual experiences. So for all of you guys who are like, all right, elitist African, I never heard of this term, have you guys ever met as a black person? This is not for white people, so don't answer. If you are a black person who was raised in America, your family is from America. Like, your family isn't from the Caribbean or Africa, like your family's from the South. You are a descendant from the transatlantic slave trade. If you have ever met a African person with that holier than thou, like, Americans, y'all have no culture kind of attitude, 9 out of 10, they are probably an elitist, because they don't believe that we are true Africans, and they don't respect that African Americans see themselves as African. So when I kind of like first started finding out about my heritage and stuff like that, it was very conflicting for me, because oftentimes African American people do tease Africans, like black people do tease Africans. So when I was like, it was kind of like really hard for me to like pick a side, like who I felt bad for, who I didn't feel bad for. I don't feel bad for nobody now that I'm older, but it was very hard for me, because it's like it does bring some kind of truth to it. It's like, you know, you guys descend from us, but you don't like us. Like, y'all bully us, y'all mock us, y'all make fun of us. Then now that this whole Afrobeat and Afrocentric music stuff is popping, all of y'all want to wear dashikis and bump WizKid. I'm not fucking with that. So it was a really conflicting thing for me. But at the end of the day, we are all black. and whether or not especially if you're in America, so whether or not you are a direct descendant from a slave in America or you immigrated here from the Caribbean or Africa, you're still here and they still see us as one. So back to Miss Cynthia Erivo. Now that I explained all of that, this girl is Nigerian, and for you guys who don't know, Nigeria has a caste system basically based off of the untouchables in this caste system who are discriminated against are people who descend, not even people who did, people who descend from slave catchers, which are people who caught who are black people who caught other black people to sell them into slavery. So they are descendants from people like that, or people whose ancestors were sacrificed to God, which I'm still trying to figure out, because if your ancestor was sacrificed, how could you descend from them if they died? But anyway, that's what it is. You'll see a lot of Nigerian people will have that elitist attitude because of the caste system, because Nigerians are not allowed to date and associate and marry people in a lower caste. So if you are a descendant from those people, you're seen as untouchable. The higher up people in the society are the people who weren't caught in slavery, or whose descendants weren't sacrificed to the slaves and things of that nature. Cynthia Erivo is to have said be an elitist African. I've never seen elitist African post from her, even though she has that behavior. But she supports a elitist African podcast by this woman named Lovey. She has several tweets up about how disgusting African Americans are. Meanwhile, she's African, but how disgusting African American people are, how dumb we are, all sorts of things, and she supports her channel. She's also Nigerian, and a lot of Nigerian people come to different countries with that same mindset, like if you were a slave, you're somehow beneath me because my ancestors were able to stay where they are, whereas your ancestors were caught, they were weak links or whatever. So she has several tweets up mocking black women, supporting this woman who doesn't like black people, and everyone is making this issue about her being British, and for me it's not about her being British and portraying Harriet Tubman. I don't give a fuck. It's acting. Like, if you're black and you can pull off Harriet Tubman, I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day I'm gonna watch the movie and the only thing I'm gonna talk shit about is the acting, so if it's trash. So like I don't care about that shit. I more so care about the fact that like this shit is almost like planned now. Like, it's like y'all are planning to get shitty people to play positive black roles to tarnish black people's image. Like, there's so many black women out there who are amazing actresses and actors, EGOT winning, Emmy winning, Tony winning, Oscar winning, anything you can think of that could have played the role for Harriet Tubman. My thing is, why didn't get Viola Davis? Why they didn't get Viola Davis to play Harriet Tubman?
Come on.
Like, y'all know Viola would have killed it. Miss Viola Davis, she would have killed that shit. Y'all, like, any role she gets, she kill. So I don't, like, come on now. But I feel like it's almost planned at this point. But my opinions on the movie, I'm kind of like, I'm torn, because I did watch Cynthia Erivo's interview addressing the backlash, but she didn't actually address the not liking African Americans part. She only addressed her being British and people's stuff with that. I did watch her interview, and I do like that it's not a traditional slave movie. It's actually an action film. And it's PG-13, so it's not a movie that kids can't watch. Like, I do actually like that aspect of it, because all of these slave movies we have, we're forced to rewatch traumas that our people like lived through. So it's kind of like, hard. Like, it's hard to see. Like, it's hard to watch. So I did like that this movie was PG-13, so they don't have that in there. Like, nobody's not going to be getting beat with whips in this movie. Nobody's not going to be getting fucking choked out by massa. Like, it's not that. Like, it's gonna be niggas with guns blowing at these fucking white masters heading up north on that Underground Railroad. But I just don't like the controversy that people like. I'm not even say people. I don't like the controversy that casting, because I feel like this was a choice. I feel like this was all planned. I don't like the stuff that they chose to drum up, because it's like, it's no need. Like, what, like, and then looking at Comcast, being that it's a racist organization, back to what I said before, what programming are y'all really trying to do? Like, are y'all really trying to send a message that black people ain't shit? Because like that's basically what y'all trying to do. But more of the story, my opinion on it,